help me welcome to the lectern our Master Evaluator, Toastmaster John Toomey.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
This is the portion of the meeting where I'll explain my role as a general evaluator. The evaluation portion of the meeting has several purposes. One, it gives the speakers valuable feedback. Two, it makes us aware of things we will do and the areas where improvements could help us become more effective speakers. And three, it helps us learn and practice the techniques of active and passive listening. And the evaluators will present their reports in 2 to 3 minute times. And the timer will signal when it's green light at 2 minutes, yellow light at 2.5 minutes, and red light at 3 minutes. And our first evaluator is here to evaluate Gloria Seatram is Sonia Ross.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Getting your dream job. Having a job in today's economy is something to be revered. And listening to the statistics that Miss Gloria gave, 11.5% of Jacksonville is the employment rate is 11.5% in Jacksonville. That is amazing because I think that's about as high as the state unemployment rate, if not higher. So that's amazing to know that we have that many people unemployed. So I enjoyed your speech in giving us tips on how we can better position ourselves when we are looking for a job, for those that are. Now, when you were talking, that made me think back to the interviews that I've had over my lifetime. And I can remember my first interview. I was very nervous about trying to get a job right out of college. It's very nerve-wracking trying to get a job, so I can relate to everything that you said in your speech. I love your organization and how you took us from writing a resume to doing an interview and being prepared and dressing for the job. So I appreciate that. Some of the things that I was asked to evaluate you on was your speech value. I think it was a very timely subject in your speech, in the subject of your speech. So I think that was excellent. Your preparation, you seemed very prepared. You had your notes organized. You had your facts together. Your organization was excellent. Again, you took us step by step from resume writing to interviewing to being prepared. You took us right through very smoothly. I loved your opening. Again, you talked about the statistics. You talked about where Jacksonville was in being 41st. Excellent opening. Your body, you took us through. It says, the only thing one of the things it asked was, what could the speaker have done differently to make the speech more effective? I think the only thing that I would have recommended is maybe having some visual aids, a sample resume, perhaps. You are dressed, maybe stepping out and showing us about dressing for success, what it means to be dressed for success, and moving around more. You kind of got comfortable at the end. I saw you moving back and forth, but most of the time you stayed right here in front of the podium, in front of the lectern. Overall, I liked your speech. I enjoyed the subject. You seemed very comfortable with your subject matter, with speaking. You projected well. You had good gestures going throughout, and good eye contact. Again, thank you, and look forward to more.
I want to thank Sonia for doing the evaluation of Gloria's Seatram's speech. Also, I forgot to mention at the end of each evaluation, do not clap, since the evaluation is the opinion of the evaluator. And our next evaluator for Jamie Davis's speech will be Mr. Scott Manning.
I totally emphasize it and bold that word beyond belief. Revere your speaking ability. Imagine 2 years here, I can only hope to be that good. Now, I know that just pumped her out that much more. For such a small body, the heads can be large. But I love your body language. When you were out there describing your menu, I almost see the menu plates of food on this table. When you're out there describing the food, the animals, I saw the turkey meat, the deer, the fowl. I mean, you're all three animals all one. I love how you revise history. I was a big fan of Bullwinkle and Fractured Fairy Tales. Their revision of history. Yours took it. I've never heard how the turkey became the man. So, I'll give you A+ on your revision of them. Hopefully that does not make it into the school books. So, on your book, it says, when it indicated that your audience was entertained. To me, everyone was hooked on your next word. I know I was. I was waiting for, I was going to say Jonathan, but Renee to miss the lights again. Did you effectively capture the audience? For me, it was 200%. I was like, what's the next word? What's the next animal? What are you going to do? You're going to kill the animal and so forth. So you had me hooked. Was your theme of the talk? What was your theme of your talk, and was it easy to follow? Of course, it's Thanksgiving. You're starting off with how you make your meals. Why is that turkey this? The main thing? Yes, I think you hit right on the nose. How effectively did the speaker deliver the jokes, stories, and anecdotes? Perfect. I mean, watching you speak is such a pleasure. I can't say that enough. Your body language, you go from using hand gestures to flapping wings to even the hip hop. It was perfect. I mean, I could almost watch that turkey jump around and go to the fowl's tree, and it was perfect. All I need is the tree there to make it perfect. I know the limitations of church and putting a tree in the church. So what was your overall impression of the speaker's approach to entertain your audience? 100%. I could see you winning the district humor audiences. So you do a great job always. So with this, I think you did fantastic.